Hey everybody, welcome along to my video. Different nostalgia half hour that I'm trying out this week. I thought that it would be good to have the nostalgia of looking back at something that may have been special in your childhood for a different reason. And this is the Argos Catalogue. Okay, now, bear with me, you might think, oh, boring. But this is like to reminisce about, I think mostly I would say Christmas memories for me. It used to be the way we used to do our Christmas lists, go through the Argos Catalogue and pick out what we would like. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily always come from Argos, but at home, obviously you didn't have the internet to choose from in the early days, so this was a good way of looking at what you'd want for Christmas and everything, and it just brings back a lot of memories for me. I think there's a lot of things that conjure up special memories for Christmas for me. Obviously, TV adverts, the big one when you were a kid. Sadly they closed, I believe it was last year or maybe early this year, Toys R Us.
There's a magical place, we're on our way there, with toys in the millions all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us. Soon after bedtime, when dark nighttime falls, Jeffrey and helpers stock up all the shelves. From ceiling to floor, books, board games and bikes, tennis, puppets and dolls, beds, spaceships and trikes. There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us.
That was the big advert, so every year we'd look forward to the Toys R Us advert coming on, and that would be the one that, you know, would just be awesome. Then, you know, getting the Argos Catalogue was probably number two. Maybe getting the TV and Radio Times was also, that was a good one. Used to get the TV Radio Times, go straight to the Christmas Day or Christmas Eve first usually, and see what was on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, and you start planning everything. You know, you'd maybe get a pen and sort of like circle a few things you were definitely going to watch, and, you know, again, in the days pre-Sky Digital and all the rest of it, you know, only a few channels to choose from. It wasn't like you could go straight on the planner and check your plan or whatever. This was the only way to do it. And then, like I say, comes the Argos Catalogue. You know, you'd get hold of that. I think the Christmas one would usually come out in like, you know, around about Halloween time, or maybe a little bit earlier. You'd get a catalogue actually sometimes just for the whole year. It would run like this one, I believe. Let me have a little scroll down. I believe if it says it on the front, yeah, it's 73 to 74. This one is. So, you know, you'd get a catalogue that basically would last you for the whole year anyway, and, you know, you would pick out what you wanted for Christmas. It used to be one of those things. It's just, like I said, we never had the internet back in those days, obviously, so it was a good way of looking at what was out. I don't know what's going to be in this one. This is from the year I was born, funnily enough, so I figured I might start with this one and just see. Obviously, there's going to be no hint of computer games or anything like that, video games, in this era. I don't think Pong was around till the end of the 70s. So, you know, you wouldn't see any gaming. I'm going to start scrolling through now, but, you know, I just figured it was kind of an interesting way of doing a bit of nostalgia, having a look through an old Argos catalogue. So here we go. I bought a load recently for, actually, my wife is like massive into nostalgia kicks. She loves it. She wasn't born until the 90s, so, you know, it's a bit different for her when I reminisce about 70s and 80s and everything, but she does love you know, her Argos catalogue. So I found a seller on eBay that was selling all of them on disc, and I figured it would be a nice way for her to reminisce, and she's been through this quite a few times and had a look, so I thought I'd do the same. Here we go, let's have a little look. Okay, here's how it works. So I guess maybe Argos came out this year, because it looks like, you know, they were giving you instructions on, you know, how to basically use the catalogue. We don't want to do that. We know how to do Argos. Oh man, look at that. Wow. The shops. Is that how they used to do it? Wow, look at that. All the products just laid out. That's awesome. Sight and sound over in the background there. So a little zoom and see what we can see. We'll do that. I don't know what's over there, to be honest. That's... Oh yeah, you got TVs in the background. I figured that stuff there, if you can see me on my cursor, yeah. I figured that was the sight and sound thing, but I think it's at the back there. Yeah, look. Wow. Madness. Let's zoom back out. I can't believe they used to do that with the products. Just leave them out like that. Was there such thing as a catalogue in the store in them days? I wouldn't have a clue, to be honest with you. Well, that's very cool. There you go. All Argos shops are model after one. Displayed on these pages. Speedy service. The price is so low. First you'll find it difficult to believe. Well, the uniform hasn't changed that much, has it? To be fair. Let's scroll down to the next one. They've still got the jewellery counter and everything. Logo still looks the same. Oh my god, look at the warehouse. Wow. I'm not going to read everything because we want to get to the good stuff, don't we? Here we go. So this is going to tell us what we're going to be looking at. As this is a Ubin game channel, I will try and stick to maybe toys and games. We'll have a look. Let's have a look. See. Hopefully they've got something in it. Oh, you go toys 217 to 227. Maybe we'll skip straight to that one. We've got kitchen watches, photography, and we've got cameras. Jewellery. Yeah, it's looking like it's just going to be the toy department. But this is obviously an example of how the technology... Look at the camera. I used to have one of those. Yeah, how we're waiting for the technology to develop, I guess. So if we go straight to page 217, it might be a good idea. Let's key it in. Excuse me, I've got to reach for my keyboard. Hang with me 1 second. Okay. Hopefully that'll take us... There we go. Wow. Straight away, look at these things. Now, I'm not sure if I had any of these toys. Obviously, I was born at the very end of 73, so, but it's quite funny, actually. They've got toys called Leeway, and my name's Lee, so it's a little bit of a coincidence. Let's zoom in one more. There we go. Now, look at the prices. Look at that table. Oh, Fire's table tennis balls. What the hell's that, then? Oh, it's number 25, which is that thing. Oh, yeah, it's like a cannon. Oh, wow. You're firing them at soldiers. That's a little bit sticking away, isn't it, really? That's awesome. Okay. Let's have a little look down. Let me know in the comments if you had any of these toys, by the way, if you are older than me. I don't think I had any of these so far. I say I was born back in the 73, so maybe more like 75, 76 will be when I start seeing a few of the toys that I used to have, but I don't even remember the brand Leeway, to tell you the truth. Only none of these brands. Shana, Rosedale, Pedigree. I mean, as far as I knew, Pedigree made dog food, so I've got a clue on that one. That one of these is an Airfix. Look at that, 35. That one there apparently is an Airfix musical Jack-in-the-Box. Oh, we've got Chad Valley as well. That's Chad Valley, 36. More Airfix. So there's a few brands that I recognise. There's a Ladybird. Oh, maybe that's just what it is. Maybe that's not a Ladybird as in the brand. I don't know. Let's have another little look down. Here we got here. Oh, getting into the boys' toys now. Action Man. That's something I had as a child. Action Man. With eagle eyes. If you ever had Action Man, you'll know what I'm talking about. Eagle eyes, that was the thing. Doesn't look like that one's got eagle eyes. It might be a bit early.
Action Man! Now with eagle eyes that actually move. On the lookout for action. Up in the mountains. Down in the jungle. He drops from the skies. And rises from the depths. He's all action. Look out for all these fantastic uniforms specially designed for Action Man. And his eagle eyes.
There he is, though. That was our equivalent in the UK of G.I. Joe. I believe it's the same doll, if you want to call it a doll, but it's the same kind of figure. Pretty sure. What we got here? Look at all this stuff. Oh, not just for boys. We've got a doll house down here as well. Up, just want to see. No, it's down, you've got to go. We'll have a look and then I'll scroll down. I want to see if that, I'm guessing that is an Action Man as well. Okay. Didn't have any of these, so again, probably a bit too... I mean, I was cooking in the oven from March 73 So, you know, maybe my parents didn't buy me anything until I was in the world. I don't know how organised they were, but let's have a look. Yeah, it is an Action Man, number 16 now. Realistic hair. Realistic hair, I like that. Movable joints. £1.80. Well, recommended retail £2.47. £1.80 at Argos. Wow. You'd love to go back in time and buy a few of them now. I'd buy about 100 of those now at £1.80. Imagine how much they would be worth boxed. I mean, I do occasionally do some selling and reselling of toys and stuff. Yeah, you get something from that era that's boxed. It's worth a fortune. Okay, let's keep going down. What we got? Oh, number 13 is a Matchbox Garage. Oh, there we go. And that's number 15. That must be 14. That's 13. Ah, okay, that one, Giant Station Maker. See, I did have one of these, but they don't look familiar, so it's probably a later model. Don't see any sign of Lego yet. So I'm not sure when Lego was invented, but there's no sign of that anyway. Then we got the dollies. So my computer's stuttering a little bit there. Wow. I always find them creepy. I'm sorry. I've seen too many Chucky movies for my liking. What we got here? We got Tressie, Doll, Penny, Tracy's Tea Party. None of you like Barbie or Cindy was around, I believe, in the 70s. Don't know if Barbie was. Katie Copycat. Cindy, there we go. Cindy's horse is there. You had Action Girl as well, number 29. Where's 29 then? I can see 28 and 30. Where the heck is 29? Am I missing her? Oh, it's one on the horse. I thought 30 was the horse one. Yeah, she's the one on the horse. So it's Action Girl, apparently. And 27 must be Cindy. Yeah, new Cindy doll. There we go. So Cindy was around in the 70s, so... I thought I was into Cindy in any way. Oh, we got prams. I'm guessing these are still children's toys. I hope so. I used to have a blue, I think it was like a race car. That was one of my earliest memories. I don't think I had any of those only, so I've got teddy bears. Oh, look at Tom and Jerry. Now you got Rupert the bear there. Is that Pingu? Was Pingu around in there? It just says Penguin. You got Dougal from the Magic Roundabout, yeah. I guess they're just regular teddy bears. Not photo. They're Chad Valley ones, yeah, there we go. Bear, Dougal, Tom and Jerry is so cool. Oh, my wife would love the Tom and Jerry's. I have to show her that at some point. She loved those. She loves Tom and Jerry. They got prams. Football goal. That looks frail as anything, doesn't it? It looks like a gust of wind would definitely take that over. House. They came on a bit as well. That looks interesting. The 38 Escalado horse racing game for 5 people. That looks like fun. Oh, and there it is. Look at that space hopper. Those things used to terrify me. I wasn't a fat child, but I'm big now. But I wasn't big back then, and you know, I was always scared, even then, that the thing was going to burst on me. So I wouldn't imagine being a bigger child, you know, and having to deal with that pressure. Wembley International Vinyl. I'm sure I had one of those as well. That looks very familiar. I'm looking at any of the prices, actually. I keep forgetting to look. What's the football? 85p for the football. 85. £1.45 for a space hopper. Gee, I would have thought they were more expensive. Oh, now we're getting into train sets. Never really got into train sets. I did have one as a kid. It was probably a Hornby, which is like one of these, but never got into it. I think almost because there was a lot of setup for a train set, you know. So yeah, it was a little bit like too much hard work, you know. But Still pretty cool though. I used to like Scalextrics though, and that's kind of the same deal, I guess, in the terms of setting it up. What have we got here? That is a Tom and Jerry Sliderama projector. Interesting. Oh, and a Walt Disney movie projector. There we go. Complete with 2 black and white films, each having 2 stories. It doesn't tell you what's on it. Funny enough though, even back then, look, the Walt Disney one is twice as expensive plus than the Tom and Jerry. Good old Disney. I love Disney to bits, but yeah, they do know how to get money out of people. There's Scalextric, there it is. Anyone who is anyone will know how you used to play that. I'm going to zoom in a bit on that one. Let's have a little look at it. Catalogue's a bit tough. You can just about make it out, yeah. You've got your 2 race cars, your 2 tracks. Anyone who hasn't played it, obviously these were your little triggers you used to hold in your hand, and obviously just put a little bit of pressure on the trigger and your cars used to race around the track. The more you pushed it down, the faster they went, but if you did them too fast, they would more often than not end up flying off the track and breaking your mum's vases and God knows what else. It's a dangerous business. You had to have your wits about you when you was playing with Scalextric. If you were just like observing or whatever, you know, you would have to definitely be aware of your surroundings. Just put it that way. See what games we got here. 20 minutes. Gotta go down for that. Good old dumper truck there. Don't know what that is. I'm intrigued. It looks like kind of like a ball game or something. Yeah, dumper trucks. Tonkers, of course. Oh, Bagatelle. Yeah, don't know what that is. Never played that. Again, if you can tell me what it is in the comments, let me know. What have we got? Tonka, Matchbox toys. Yeah, plenty of those in my time. Plenty of those. Oh, we've got another race toy. Matchbox Superfast. Oh, how much actually? Just sorry for scrolling back. Just want to see how much the Scalextric was back in those days. Number 19. There we go. £9.75. Just bought my nephew one recently, and I'm sure we paid about 40 quid for it. But obviously inflation and all that. It's not the same as it used to be, is it? Yeah, we've got the Action Man tank. Yeah, I used to have one of those. Again, not sure if it was one of those ones. Probably a more up-to-date version by the time I got one. You've got your Airfix models there. Again, never into that too much. I think, again, it required too much setup. And you couldn't really play with them because they were so fragile if you broke them after all the work you put into them. So basically they're just sat on your coffee table or whatever, you know. I was never into that stuff particularly. What have we got here? Musical instruments. Don't think I had any of that, as far as I know. There's art supplies there. Bikes. Yeah. I wasn't a typical child in the sense that I never learned how to ride a bike. Again, I was always too busy playing football and cricket and everything. I didn't want to go on a bike, you know. Me and my mates, we all lived in the same street, so we just like were kicking a football around constantly. And I never felt the need to learn. And everyone used to look at me when I was a teenager or in my adulthood and sort of say to you, how could you never have ridden a bike? But I just never did. The only time I ever seemed to get on a bike, I would fall off the thing and hurt myself, so it was like he wasn't really too keen to get back on one, really. What we got down here? Here we go. Striker, 5-side football with a kick. Didn't have any of these as far as I know. Big League. That looks similar to something I had when you turn the knobs and kick the football, but I think it's different. what sort of prices are they looking for these? Striker, £3.95. Big League Football, £5.30. Yes, it would be more expensive. Then you got your foosball tables. I had a little snooker table at some point. Wow, look at the ball games. Merry Milkman. Interesting. Yahtzee, well, everybody's played Yahtzee pretty much, haven't they? Hanky Panky Magic. Okay, the good old 70s. Risk, again, a lot of people have probably played that. That's come out at various times. Mad Marbles. I'm very intrigued by Merry Milkman. That sounds really weird. What is that? 11. We're looking at for Merry Milkman. £1.25. Risk £2.20. Yahtzee 90p for Yahtzee. Wow. Okay. Wembley. Now I had that game. Definitely had that game. How much was Wembley? Up there. Let's have a quick look. £1.70 for Wembley. I think I had a few of these as well, like the putting holes. Word games. Yeah, I didn't have many of the others. Oh, there's another Tom and Jerry there. Tom and Jerry, massive in the early 70s. Tea sets, ovens. Oh, look, even a tall bench. Very cool. These are very basic toys, but, you know, it's what we had back in the early 70s, you know? Wow, that's a very angry looking child, isn't it? Life's rough. Yeah, I guess they're trying to make it look very rough. I'm not sure if we are now leaving the toy department. It looks like we might be. Let's just have a double check just to make sure before I say that's definitely... Looks like it's all baby stuff here. Yeah, we're out the toy department now. Okay, so that's a quick look around the 1973-74 Argos Catalogue. I don't know if it's brought back some memories for you. It's definitely brought back a few for me there. There's a few interesting toys. Didn't quite actually know that Action Man had been going quite that long. I know I had one when I was a kid, but I didn't know it was been going. Oh, I guess it must have been going since the beginning of the 70s, maybe even the late 60s. I weren't aware of that, but you learn something new every day. I'm looking forward to getting to the later Argos catalogues because obviously I want to see the home computer systems and stuff, and then the start of the console age. That'll be fascinating for me. But I'll see how this video pans out anyway and see if people like it. So eventually I will be appearing on camera for some of these videos. I'm not finding the need to do it just yet, but I do appreciate that, you know, most people do appear in their videos at some point. So, you know, I would like to start doing that a little bit more. Just haven't, after only 10 months of doing this channel, I haven't really got the confidence yet to step out in front of the camera, you know, and open myself up to, you know, the nastiness that can be out there on the internet. But I will do that at some point. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It's a little bit of a change of pace for the nostalgia half hour, but hopefully you still found it interesting. And if you've got any, you know, recommendations of other things I can look at for this sort of stuff, please let me know. Any of your favourite toys from this era that weren't in the Argos catalogue, I'd be intrigued to know, or of any other year. We may come across them in future videos, obviously looking at the other catalogues and stuff. And let me know also your memories of Christmas. You know, I mean, I said a few of mine. The Toys R Us advert springs to mind. The Woolworths advert is another one that I used to love as a kid. And also, you know, the TV Radio Times was another one. Let me know if you've got any memories for that sort of time of year, you know. That'll be interesting to know. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it hasn't bored you too much. Take care, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.